Hey, good afternoon, Scurry County. It's me again, Dan Hicks, your county judge. After I streamed earlier, gave you an update on what's going on here in Scurry County, found out that the governor has issued two new orders. And one of those orders, and remember this comes from the governor, it does not come from me. The governor has issued an order that you shall wear a face covering if you're in a public building or in a public place. And what it says specifically, exactly, I'm going to read it word for word. Every person in Texas shall wear a face covering over the nose and mouth when inside a commercial entity or other building or space open to the public, or when in an outdoor public space, wherever it is not feasible to maintain 6 feet of social distancing from another person not in the same household. Provided, however, that this face covering requirement does not apply to the following. If you're under 10, any person younger than 10 years of age, any person with a medical condition or disability that prevents wearing a face covering, any person while the person is consuming food or drink or is seated at a restaurant to eat or drink, any person while the person is A, exercising outdoors or engaging in physical activity outdoors, and B, maintaining a safe distance from other people not in the same household. Any person while the person is driving alone or with passengers who are part of the same household as the driver. Any person obtaining a service that requires temporary removal of the face covering for security surveillance, screening, or a need for specific access to the face, such as while visiting a bank or while obtaining a personal care service involving the face, but only to the extent necessary for the temporary removal. Any person while the person is in a swimming pool, lake, or similar body of water. Any person who is voting, assisting a voter, serving as a poll watcher, or actively administering an election, but wearing a face covering is strongly encouraged. Any person who is actively providing or obtaining access to religious worship, but wearing a face covering is strongly encouraged. Any person while the person is giving a speech for a broadcast or to an audience, or any person in a county that meets the requisite criteria promulgated by the Texas Department of Emergency Management regarding minimal cases of COVID-19. And that is those counties that are under 20 active cases. We're at 25. So this includes us. There is a penalty to it. The governor said there's a $250 fine if you're caught not wearing your mask. All right, there's another part. This one is another executive order, and it is stating, it's a proclamation by the governor. It states, for any outdoor gathering in excess of 10 people, other than those set forth in paragraphs number 1, 2, or 4, the gathering is prohibited unless the mayor of the city in which the gathering is held or the county judge in the case of a gathering in an unincorporated area approves of the gathering, and such approval can be made subject to certain conditions or restriction not inconsistent with this executive order. So basically that's saying that, recently he went from gatherings of 500 down to 100. Gatherings are now at 10. So we do have some events this weekend. I've talked to several of those and I've looked at several of them, and there's some more people I need to contact about some events this weekend, about how they're going to go about it. So as long as they will keep the groups under 10, spread them out. Most of these are outdoor events. I believe they can continue as far as I'm understanding it. So it's changed a bit. These are governor's orders. This didn't come from Scurry County, like I said. The executive order is posted on the Scurry County webpage or on the Scurry County Facebook page, and I believe Scurry COVID is going to have it on there as well. We'll make sure and get it on that page, on that location as well. So with that, think about what's going on this weekend and look at that and see if you're going to be able to comply with that. So y'all have a good afternoon. I am sorry about this news. It was completely unexpected to me. It's not what I wanted to see at all. So y'all have a good afternoon.